get started on this, you're going to need an Onshape project. So go ahead and log into Onshape, click this link, and then copy this into your account so that you can use it. You're going to see something like this when you get done. You're going to notice that the cube and strut are very familiar. We made them before when you were starting to work on this, but there's a new shape called a tetradecagon, which has more holes at 45-degree angles instead of just the 90s. Before I begin, I'm going to go to my name up here at the top, click on my account, and go over to my preferences. I just want to make sure my mouse controls are set to SolidWorks. If they aren't, switch this over to SolidWorks and then hit the Save Mouse Controls button. That's just going to make sure that you're working the same way that you were on the last program. You won't have to relearn how to use your mouse again. Once you get that saved, you can return to your document. And unlike SolidWorks, where all of these are in separate places, all of these are in the same project in Onshape. So my cube, my tetradecagon, my strut, and my assembly are all together. So I'm just going to click that assembly button. The first thing I'm going to put in is that tetradecagon. So I'm going to move it in here, click on my space. I like that. That looks good. So I'm going to hit a check mark. And then I want to put in, to begin with, a strut coming off of this side over here. So I'm going to come back up to Insert. I'm going to choose Strut. I'm going to place it off to the side a little bit. And then hit my check mark to set it. So now that I've got that in there, I can kind of put these two things together. So the first thing I want to do is the cylindrical mate. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to use this tool right here. It has a little up arrow and the two arrows coming around the outside. I'm going to click this piece, and then I'm going to click the inside of this piece, and that's going to line those two pieces up. Hit the green check mark. That's going to set it, and then it's going to put my two pieces together. Now, I want to make sure that this and the next one stay together. So I'm going to click that cylindrical mate right here, and then I'm going to choose the fasten mate. So that's going to add this one underneath, and I want to choose this surface here. So this flat surface on this piece. I'm going to rotate around, and I'm going to choose this flat surface here. And that's going to fasten those two and stick them together so that the pin no longer moves out. Okay, so now I've got two pieces together. It's the same process for putting one in on this side here. I'm going to go to Insert. Once again, I'm going to choose Strut, put it off to the side, hit my check mark to set it, and then I do need to take and kind of adjust that a little bit so it's a little bit closer. So I'm going to click on this item, and then you see these arrows and these little circles with lines on them. I'm going to grab this little circle with a line, I'm going to rotate it just a little bit, and I'm going to turn a couple of the other ones here, just till I get it roughly where I want it to be in the right position for what I need. And then I can use the arrows to kind of move it back around. So that's close to where I want it to be. Okay, so I can click off of it, and then it's the same procedure. Cylindrical mate, I'm going to choose the outside of this one. I'm going to choose the inside of this one, hit the check mark to set it, and then to make sure the two pieces stay stuck together, I'm going to choose this last cylindrical, highlight it, I'm going to click Fasten Mate, I'm going to use the inside piece here, and this flat piece here. Hit my check mark, and then that piece is now stuck in place. Okay, and then I can go ahead and continue building until I get a structure like this. Now you're going to create any kind of sculpture you want. It can be any shape you want. The idea here is to kind of use those cubes and tetradecagons as the little round mechanical or magnetic balls here, and then the struts as the colored pieces, and you can kind of put it in. You can create any kind of shape and any kind of setup that you want to. The biggest piece is that it's connected together correctly so that as I move these, they don't come apart and everything stays assembled. There you go.